the screen.
Hare Krishna, you all, and welcome you all in the Bhakti Vriksha week 6. And ISKCON Mangaluru is Namanistha Das Prabhu has provided this opportunity to all of us to be together on every Saturday morning, right? For you guys, it's the evening. For me, it's the morning. So we learned so far the last week about some content, but let's go before that. We start the prayers and make it a slideshow. All right, here. Okay.
Ma'am, in the bottom is the.
All right, so let's start the. You guys can say on your side, and I'm singing from here. Okay, so Om Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Shunyavadi Pasyate Desatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, you all, and we're going to learn more about the Krishna Leelas. Last week we learned about the one demon was killed. Who was that? Aghasura. Right, and Aghasura, when he killed Krishna, was how old Krishna was? 5 years old.
5 years old.
And then what happened? Brahma took the cowherd boys and cow. And how long Brahma kept everyone there?
1 year.
1 year, right? Right. And when they came back, they were 6 years old, right? So now this Leela we're going to learn today is they are 6 years old. Yeah. So Krishna Leela, let's read first. Go Purnima, read this one. Krishna Leela.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Killing Dhenukasura along with his friends, cows and brother Balarama, Krishna went every day through the forest of Vrindavana, which were full of sweet grasses, bees, flowers, and fruits. There were chirping birds, clear water lakes, and sweet-smelling bees. The trees heavy with fruits bowed down to touch the ground as if welcoming Krishna, and that made him smile.
Right,
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, thank you, very good. So killing Dhenukasura, this is the story we're going to learn. So what happens in the Vrindavan? There is a forest, so it's full of greenery, chirping birds, and it's full of flowers, fruit, and it's a nice clear water lakes there, and the smelling breeze. It's nice. It's a forest, and even Krishna is there, Lord is there, so everybody's been very happy, right? And it's a nice environment there. So the fruit even come down, bow down the trees, and fruit coming down like it's a child, right, trying to touch the Krishna's lotus feet. So that made him smile. Okay, enjoying Vrindavan more stories. It's a Vivan. Would you like to read this?
While walking, Krishna and Balarama played their flutes. The boys made the sound of bees and cuckoos or danced like the peacocks and swans in the lakes. The cows moved happily when Krishna called them by their names. Sometimes the boys made sounds like tigers and lions and then ran away like the small animals did out of fear. When they were tired, they would sit down.
Very
Hare
good.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes. So while walking, Krishna and Balaram played their flutes because Krishna always plays the flutes and very nice flute. And the boys made the sounds like a bees and cuckoos and danced like a peacock and swan. So they were playing different way, right? They were enjoying the nature. They were, because it was a nice Vrindavan forest. So there is it's a greenery more, and with the Krishna's company, it just even makes it more joyful, right? So the cows even moved happily when Krishna calls by name. We like anybody calls our name, we like it, right? So even cows were called by Krishna and they loved it. So they moved very happily, means they felt happy. And the boys made sounds like tiger, lion. It's actually Krishna was making sound like a tiger and trying to scare the boys, and then boys couldn't figure out where is the sound, where is the tiger, where is the lion, and they tried to run away, but then finally figure out, oh, this is a Krishna is making. So they run behind each other, and making it so much fun. And when they get so tired, they would sit down. So in the picture, you can see it here, that here they are going in the forest with the cows, the cowherd boys, and Krishna and Balrama. And we see that swine and those nice fruit and trees and everything here. And they're playing with the nature, like the peacock, you see it, and all those are having so much blast, right? All right. So the next. All righty. Lipika.
Okay. Balarama would put his head on the lap of one of the boys to take a nap, and Krishna would come and massage his legs or fan him with a palm leaf fan. When Krishna became tired, sometimes he lay down under a big tree with a root or the lap of a cowherd boy as his pillow. Some of the boys rubbed his legs and him fanned him, while others sang sweetly so he could rest very nicely.
Very good. Hare Krishna, Lipika. So Balarama and Krishna, what they are doing is expressed in this picture on the right side first. Like Krishna is resting and Balarama is massaging his feet, right? And the below picture is where Krishna, first on the top, sorry, I apologize. Krishna is resting at the tree root and the Balarama is massaging his feet. And the bottom picture says Balarama is resting on the lap of the cowherd boy, and Krishna is being even a supreme personality of Godhead. He is massaging his feet, right? And here on the other picture, like other cowherd boy also touching the lotus feet and serving the Lord by massaging his feet. And sometimes when they get hot, they have the fan with the palm leaf. Okay, Hare Krishna. Next one, Risika, you read the first paragraph, the second paragraph. Swati, you will continue afterward.
Okay. Where should I read, ma'am?
First top paragraph.
Okay. One day, his friends Sridama, Subhala, and Sokta Krishna said, "Dear Balarama, your arms are very strong. Dear Krishna, you are very expert in killing all kinds of disturbing demons. In the forest called Talavana, there are big palm leaves full of fruits. Some fruits fall out of the trees, and some are very ripe.
Right.
Even on the trees. Ripe even on the trees. It is a very nice place, but Because of the great demon Dhinukasura, it is not safe to go there. No one can get the fruits. This demon looks like a donkey and has many demon friends, all donkeys. They are very strong and we are afraid to go there.
Hare Krishna, Risika. Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Right. So what happens here, though all the friends, Ridama, Subala, Sokta, Krishna, but we all know that Balarama is very strong, right? When he gets angry, he just can do anything for Krishna, or is cowherd boys, right? So they are saying that Krishna, you are killing all the demons, right? Disturbing demons. So they know Krishna is very strong as well. And so in the forest, there is a Talavan, the big palm tree, fruit full of fruit, so much fruit, but no one can touch it because they are all scared to go there because of the, hold on, just a second. Because of the demon. Demon name is what? Dhanakasura, right? So Dhanakasura is, what's the form he has? It S form, right? He's in a donkey form. So they are requesting Balarama, could you please take care of that donkey demon? And in this picture, it shows that Krishna and Balarama, they both are taking care of that donkey and his friends. Dhanakasura has his friends like as strong as he was, and they were all in the same form but different colors. So in this picture, it demonstrates that they are going to take care of it. Okay, so let's learn more about it. Go Swati.
Not even animals or birds sleep there. They have all left. We can only just smell and the sweet smell of the fruits coming from the place. Maybe you are the only one who can kill such demons. Dear Krishna and Balarama, let us go there and enjoy those sweet fruits. Don't you smell it from here? To please his friends, Krishna and Balarama went to the Talavana forest, where Balarama began to shake the trees with strong arms. All the ripe fruits fell to the ground.
Hare Krishna, Swati. Yeah, wonderful. So see in the picture, it shows that Balarama starts shaking the tree. They went in a Talavan forest, even though mother had said not to go towards that, right? But they all just drawn by the sweet smell coming from the fruit, and they all wanted to enjoy that. And cows already smelled it, and cows are already in the forest, and they all wanted to go there. So Balarama wanted to fulfill his all friends' wishes, so he starts shaking the tree, and all the fruits are falling on the ground. All the ripe fruits fell on the ground. So what happens next? Well, Vivan, you read the first paragraph in the Gargi, you read the second paragraph.
Hare Krishna, ma'am. Dhenukasura, that donkey demon living there, heard the fruits falling and came running quickly, making the whole ground shake. The demon kicked Balarama in the chest with his back legs. At first, Balarama did not say anything, and the angry demon kicked him again even harder.
Hare Krishna. Hold on, Gargi. So what happened? The Dhenukasur, the donkey demon, was living there, right? So what he did, he kicked Balarama in the chest. Balarama didn't do anything. But then at first he didn't do anything, but then angry demon kicked him again, even very harder. So how he kicked it? Which leg he used? The hind leg. Hind leg means the back legs. So Gargi.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
But this time Balarama quickly caught the donkey's head with one hand. He wheeled him around and threw him high into a tree top where he lay dead. The demon's body was so heavy, the trees fell upon other trees, and many fell upon each other. It looked as if a great windy hurricane had blown down all the trees in the forest one after another.
Hare Krishna, Gargi. Wonderful. So what happened? Balarama, see in the picture, you see the right side in the bottom picture, like when he went to kick him in the from the hind leg, this one, if you can see my cursor, this one. So Balarama caught his two legs, then he swirled him around like a hurricane, right? He swirled him so fast and then threw him. So it landed on the top of the palm tree, and then he broke down the tree and he landed on the ground, and then he was dead. The demon was dead. So what happened? So when the Balarama shook the tree, it made so much sound that all the fruit was coming down. So then Dhenukasura would say, who is in my premises? Who is coming in my? So that's why he ran, and then he started kicking the Balarama, and the Balarama took care of the demon, and he was dead. So when Dhenukasura was dead, what happened? His all relatives, his friends, right? All friends are coming to fight with him. The Spurs, would you like to read this one?
Yes, ma'am. Then all the plains of Dhenukasura came learning. Krishna and Balarama caught each donkey by the back legs. They whirled them around and killed them by throwing them into the palm trees. Just like Dhenukasura, because of so many different colors of dead donkeys, it looks as if clouds of many colors were floating in the trees. The demigods showered flowers on Krishna and Balarama, playing music and singing devotional prayers. A few days after the killing of Dhenukasura, people began to come into Tarvana forest to collect fruits. The birds and animals began to live there again without being afraid.
Hare Krishna, Spurs. Very good job. So then all the friends of Dhenukasura came, and they were all different colors. And the Krishna and Balarama did the same thing, took care of them. All those donkey friends, they pulled them by the legs and swirl them around and then throw it on the palm tree, and they all were dead. There was so much different color that it seems like a colorful cloud is there, right? And so there was no demon anymore. So people were free of fear, free of anxiety, so they can go and collect the fruit. So Talavan forest was open to anyone can go there, and the cows can go there. Cows can graze the grass there and everything. So that was the end of the Dhenukasura. And now we're going to learn today the next story is a Kaliya serpent. Anybody know about this Kaliya serpent story?
Ma'am, that snake, no, ma'am.
Yes, Kaliya snake.
All know it, ma'am.
Okay. All right, let's learn it very well now, okay, today. And who didn't get the chance so far? Let's okay. Gargi, go ahead, read you first this one, the slide. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm going forward. All right, Gargi, you there?
Yes, sir. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And I think it's the fourth slide.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. The Kali serpent story. In the summer, the boys and cows often drank the water of the Yamuna river. Within the river, there was a big lake where the great serpent, known as Kaliya, used to live. The water in it touched the black snake and fell down dead. So Krishna made
Ma'am, I can't hear anyone's voice.
Yes, Purnima. Gargi, are you there? Gargi? Yes. Your voice is not coming. I think I'll come back to you, okay? Is your connection is not?
Is it fine now?
Yes. So start with the within the river, within the river. Second line.
Within the river, there was a big lake where the great serpent, known as Kalia used to live. The water in it got so dirty and poisonous because of the black serpent Kalia. One hot day, the boys and cows who went to drink there became sick and fell down dead. But Krishna made them alive again, simply by looking at them.
Hare Krishna. So what happened? We are learning about the Kalya snake now. How the Kalya serpent will be ended by the Krishna. So in the summer days when we all get thirsty, right? So they play very hard and they get thirsty. So went to the Yamuna river, and within the Yamuna river there was a lake. So in that small lake, it was it's not a small. That lake, the Kalya was used to live there. But a Kalya snake has so much poison in him that the venom make that water so poisonous. And even the droplets come out from that water, that even around the area that affects the trees, affects whoever the creatures there, they get dead by just the breathing, even the air. So it was that much bad poisonous. The water is so dirty. So all cowherd boys went there to drink the water, but they all got fainted because even just the smell of coming from the lake. So Krishna made them alive just by looking at them, because Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead. So he made them alive. And that day he went without Balrama, with just the cowherd boys at the Yamuna river. So the next, Rishika, you read this.
Yes, ma'am. Then he climbed up a big kadamba tree on the bank of the river. He tightened his belt, flapped his arms like a whistler, then jumped into the poisonous lake.
Ma'am, I cannot see the PDF.
She's reading, so I guess you have a problem with it. Can Rishika, go ahead, read it. First,
Yes,
is anybody else has a problem? No, right?
No, ma'am, it's clear to
Okay.
see, and your voice is also clear.
All right, Rishika, finish that first, and then I'll say something. Okay. When Krishna jumped
into the water flooded over
the side,
the sides as if something very large had fallen into it. Krishna swam and played around just like a great strong elephant. He splashed around and made a lots of noise until the great black serpent Kalia came to see him. With an angry heart, Kalia grabbed Krishna into his strong coils for 2 hours. The boys became afraid, and all the cows cried to see their beloved Krishna in trouble. Everyone from Vrindavan ran to the river. Mother Yashoda fell into the ground crying because she thought her wonderful child is in terrible trouble.
right? So what happened? The Krishna saw that his friends were unconscious, that he made them just looking, glancing at it. They came back, but he wants to go in the river and go in that lake and take care of that Kalya. So what he did, he jumped in the water. Krishna is a little baby, right? But it says that the river water flooded all sides, just like big elephant had jumped in it. Like that's kind of splash happened because he's a Lord Krishna. And then the great serpent Kalya, and then he swims in the lake, right? In the river Yamuna. And then Kalya grabs the Krishna, and then he wants to kill Krishna. So what the serpent does when he gets somebody, he goes around that person and he's coiled around, right? That's exactly he did with the Krishna. And when all other Vrindavan Vasi see that, and mother even see that, right? They're crying. Mother got fainted on sand and fall on the ground. And even the cows and everyone else cried to see their beloved Krishna was in a trouble. So the picture shows here, like as all the Vrindavanvasi are looking at the Krishna, he's in a trouble. Here, in the top picture, it says how Krishna was coiled up in the with the Kalia. Kalia has how many heads? About 100 heads, right? And so that's picture, and then we go over the bottom picture later. So Lipika, you read the first paragraph, please.
Okay. Then Krishna made his body bigger and bigger and bigger, so the serpent could not hold him anymore. Kaliya became ever angrier and more, made his great hoods even bigger. Too, he breathed out terrible poison and smoke from his nostrils. His eyes blazed like fire. Flames came from his mouth while he looked at Krishna, licking his snake lips with split
tongue.
tongue.
You know, the snake has a split tongue, right? Always the Krishna made his body bigger because he wanted to get out from the trap. So he becomes so bigger and so bigger that could not hold him. The serpent could not hold him. So Kalia wants to kill Krishna. So he becomes more angrier. And his great hood becomes even more bigger because he becomes angry. So he arose so high too. So, and then he become angry. So he breathed more poison out and smoke from his nostril because he wants to kill the Krishna by the poison. But Krishna is a Lord, right? Nothing can touch him. So the flame came from his mouth while he looked at Krishna and licking his snake lips with the split tongues. Arpan? Yes, go ahead and read
Yes.
the second paragraph, Arpan.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Krishna jumped on him just as
Krishna jumped on him just as a Garuda.
Krishna jumped on him just as a Garuda swoops down upon a snake. Kalia tried to bite him, but Krishna quickly moved around him. As Krishna and Kalia moved in a circle, the serpent became very, very tired. Krishna pressed down on the serpents' heads and jumped on them. He began to dance upon the hoods of the serpent. The demigods showered flowers, played flutes and drums, and sang prayers and songs.
Hare Krishna, Arpan. Very good. So
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna. So Krishna finally came out and he jumped on him. Like we all know the Garuda, when Garuda sees the snake, he comes dive down and picks up the snake and goes away, right? So similarly, like Krishna just jumped on his big fan, right? So so Garuda swooped down upon a snake, just like a Garuda swooped down upon a snake. So Kalia tried to bite him because he wanted to kill Krishna. But Krishna quickly moved around him, and he moved so much around that Kalia serpent became very, very tired. And then he pressed him down, serpent's head, and jumped on them and began to dance on the hood of the serpent. And seeing all this, everyone got happy, and even the demigods. And they played the flutes and drums and sang prayers and songs. So next we see that here, see that serpent Kalia, Krishna is dancing on the hood of the Kalia. So let's read the first paragraph. Vinod? Vinod?
Yes, teacher.
Can you read
Teacher,
this
I have joined from next, so my name is Persh.
first? Okay, it's first. Go ahead, read the first paragraph.
While Krishna danced on his hoods, Kalia tried to push him down with some of his other hoods. He had about 100 heads, but Krishna took control of them. He began to kick that demon with his lotus feet, and Kalia's started vomiting all kinds of garbage, fire, and other poisonous and dirty things. Then he began to vomit blood because his head was smashed and his whole body was being broken by lots kicking. As he was dancing, finally, he could not fight with Krishna any longer. He was almost dead and began to realize that Krishna really is a supreme personality of Godhead.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. So what happened? The Krishna keep on dancing on a hood of the Kaliya. So he, as Krishna, can be a lighter as very flower or heavy as a elephant, as we learned earlier that he jumped in the water like a elephant splash out, right? So when he was dancing, his head was crushing, right? And so it was all the garbage and fire and poisonous and dirty things were coming out. So it was kicking and dancing, and finally Kaliya knew that who is this person I'm fighting with? He is the supreme personality of Godhead.
Ma'am, I have one doubt. I'm Purnima, ma'am.
Can
Ma'am,
we?
what is
Uh-huh.
ma'am? What is mean by smashed?
Smash means like smashing, like potato smashing. You do it when you're cooking, right? Smashing means like crushing.
Okay, ma'am.
Crushing it into pieces like that.
Right, pieces or crushing it, smashing it is a similar.
Okay, ma'am.
Alrighty. Go ahead, Purnima, read this one.
Ma'am, the prince wife,
Serpent's
known
wives.
serpent's wife, known as the
Patnis. Naga Patnis.
Nagapatnis, bowed before the Lord. We pray that you please excuse Kaliya, our husband. With folded hands, Kaliya humbly prayed to Lord Krishna. I am born as a separate. Therefore, by nature, I am very angry. You are the master of everything. By your mercy only can I give up my bad habits. You can punish me or save me as you like. Then Supreme Personality of Godhead, who was acting as a small child, ordered the spent in front of everyone. Please go anyway. Please go away from here and go to ocean. Garuda will not disturb you. Leave this lake right now and take all your family. Do not poison the Yamuna river so we can drink its sweet water. Kaliya's wives began to offer nice clothes, flowers, garlands, jewels, ornaments, sandalwood pulp, lotus flowers, and nice fruits. In this way, they made the Lord happy and left to go to the ocean. Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. So what happened? Nag Patnis, like when the husband is in a danger, what Patni do? They pray, Lord, right? Please leave my husband or help my husband to survive, right? So same exactly the Nag Patni did for the Kaliya. They say that please, they bow down and they ask for forgiveness, and then Kaliya say that by humble prayer that I'm born as a serpent because therefore my nature I am an angry nature. We learn three kinds of nature, right? Nature of goodness, passion, and ignorance. He was living in a ignorance, very angry, and so you are master of everything. You can save me or you can do anything with me, right? So that's what he surrendered to himself, and so you can punish me or save me. So the God gave him order that leave the Yamuna river. Because of his poison, the Yamuna river was blue, turned in the black. So he asked to leave and then he had some blood in, so it become the red. So he asked that to leave the Yamuna river and make this water more edible for other people, sweet water that people can use it. So the Garuda, the sentence here, Garuda will not disturb you because it has a God's footprint on a head, right? So when God's footprint on a head, the Garuda will not come and grab you at all. So he tells that. And so they are become very happy and they offer with love. Anything offered with the love, God accepts it, right? So they offer the patram puspam phalam to him, like, and the sandalwood pulp and ornaments, wool and garland, like flower, nice fruits, right? And so they made Lord happy. So they left. Yeah, then they left. Okay. Vivan, go read this one, first paragraph on the top.
Hare Krishna, ma'am. Mother Yashoda, Rohini, Maharajananda, and the cowherd men and boys were very happy to see Krishna back safely on dry land with them. And they all hugged Krishna in turn. They had their wonderful Krishna back with them, and they didn't have to be afraid of Kaliya serpent anymore.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. All righty. So they all become very happy because they are out. Krishna was out of danger, right? So when kids comes out from the danger, what mom say, oh, are you okay? They kiss you and they pamper you and they love you even more and more. That moment feel like, oh, you okay, you okay. So they were checking it out, right? And so what we learned, sorry, my thing. So Vaisnava worships both the energy of the Lord Hara along with the Lord while chanting the Mahamantra. Hara means Radha Rani, and Krishna means God, Lord himself, right? Radha Rani is the energy of the Lord. So when Radha Rani goes away, Krishna's energy goes away. So you may have watched all the serials and stuff, so may so sometimes those kind of things. But the Vaisnava worship both energy and Lord Hara along with the Lord while chanting the Mahamantra. And Lord has become more happy when you take the Radharani's name with it. So it's always Mahamantra chanting. It's very good and it's very beneficial for you for every way that God is going to be with you. So Krishna and his energy Radha appear together. So there are two groups of worshippers, Saktas and Vaisnava. Saktas, what Saktas thinks is sometimes there is a competition among them. Generally, those who are interested in money, material enjoyment, like people who goes behind the material enjoyment are Saktas, people who only thinks about the Lord, only thinks about how to please the Lord. Those are the Vaisnava, because so, and who are interested in spiritual kingdom. We wanted to go back to Goloka, then those peoples are called the Vaisnavas. Because people are generally interested in material enjoyment, they are interested in worshipping Maya Devi, the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vaisnava, however, are Suddha Saktas, pure bhakti, right? They are pure bhakta, because pure bhakti means you do it without a motive of anything getting in a return back. So those are the pure bhakta. Because the Hare Krishna Mahamantra worships Supreme Lord's energy, Hara also. A Vaishnava prays to the energy of the Lord to serve the Lord along with his spiritual energy. Thus, Vaishnava worships such a deity as Radha Krishna, Sita Ram, Lakshmi Narayan, Lakshmi Dwarikadish, Rukmani Dwarikadish, but the Durga Saktas worships the material. Hold on. I don't see the whole thing. Material energy of the Lord under different names of Kali and Amba and Kalyani, etc. Right? Katyayini, etc. So Lakshmi without as one of the times Srila Prabhupada had mentioned somewhere, I read it, like in a Western countries why people are more suffering because they only worship the Lakshmi without Narayan, right? So Lakshmi, you cannot worship Lakshmi Narayan without Lakshmi, or Lakshmi without Narayan, Sita and Ram, Radha and Krishna. You always worship Lord and energy together. So Vaishnava always worships them together. Because they are our mother and father, right? So you always wanted to pray mother and father together. You gave equal obeisances to the both of them. So this is the sloka we're going to learn. Anybody know how to chant the sloka? Lipika? I saw your lips was singing.
Yeah, evam parampara praptam imam rajasyo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nasta parantapa.
Wonderful. Good job. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Arpan, can you read the meaning of the synonyms of the words? What is this each word mean?
Evam thus parampara displic succession.
What is the disciplic succession? Hold on just a second. Like we are learning the Bhagavad Gita as it is, because it came from the Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, Narada to his disciple, to his disciple, to his disciple, to Srila Prabhupada, and now we are learning this, right? So that's called the disciplic succession when it's coming down. Okay? Yes.
And in this picture, like right beside the synonyms and translation and the shloka, so who's the person who's asking Krishna or praying to Krishna?
Who is praying to Krishna? Is Arjuna and a Krishna. That's a picture. It is.
And then in the bottom is Arjuna.
Arjuna and Krishna. This is a Lord himself. This is. You see that the light's coming out from him?
Yeah.
That's a him. That's a him. This is Arjuna.
There was this one movie. It was about one guru whose name was Guru Nanak. And he taught so many bad people, like when you eat meat, there's all blood. But when you eat like veg, not really meat, but like the ones who do it for greed, who just want to make it very nice, you're eating blood. But when somebody makes it while saying like any shloka or any mahamantra, it's filled with light.
Light, or I said it in my Gita 18 days class, when you offer with the love anything, it becomes a prasad. That means the blessing went in. Blessing is kind of it's a blessing. It's like God is savoring something in it. It's a light kind of, but it's a similar light concept. It's a similar like God's blessing in there. So it becomes a prasadam. Yeah. Pratapam means received. Imam means the science. Go ahead, continue.
Rajasya, the saintly kings. Vidya, understood. Saha, that knowledge. Kalyana, in the course of time. Iha, in this world. Mahatma or Mahata, by great yoga, the science of one relationship with the Supreme. Nasta, scattered. Parantapa, O Arjuna, subduer of enemies. And can I read the translation, please?
Go ahead.
This supreme science was thus received through the train of displic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But of course, in the times of succession was broken, and therefore the science appears to be lost.
The picture right inside, I'm not 100% sure, but it could be Krishna is speaking to sun god speaking to Ikshvaku. You know, the disciplic succession, like 5,000 years before. This Gita Gnan is not just the recent, it's millions of years ago happened, right? But somewhere the knowledge was lost. That's why Krishna is speaking again on the Kurukshetra war to the Arjuna for us to get benefited for that knowledge. So this could be Krishna is speaking to sun god speaking to his son Ikshvaku. Okay, so let's go to the next. We're gonna learn this through 4 sloka. I've been sending this. Is anybody has even tried? Can you raise your hand? I want to see who is trying it. Please raise your hand if you have tried it. If you have not, don't worry about it. We're going to learn 108 sloka in this 16 days I have said to you, right? So if you do a little bit at a time, little step a day will take you far if you do it every day, right? So you can be 108 sloka knowing it by end of the 16 session hours, right? All right, Arpan, you have a question?
When you send it, and if we practice the shlokas, and when when you send it, we practice the shlokas, and by next week we're supposed to sing them, right?
Right, that's what I was asking in the beginning of the class. When people comes 15 minutes early, that's what I give a chance to do that, okay? And we learn something. Yes. Purnima?
Ma'am, is this chapter 2?
No, this is the Bhakti Vriksha. I'm teaching you the Krishna Leelas, but 108 slokas. This is end of the chapter 2 sloka. Chapter 2 was a Gita summary, right? So it is a long chapter.
Yes,
It's a lot of slokas were very important. That's why you have more slokas in a chapter 2. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in the end of the class, can you show once again the web base, the stories?
Yes, I will. Okay.
Okay,
I
ma'am.
will. Okay. Veda base, yeah. All right, I sing this and then I ask you guys to raise your hand if you wanted to sing after me, okay? I'll give one person a chance, then I share this and then I send you the video audio file. It sounds good? All right. So dhyayato, okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 2.62. Dhyayato Visayan Pusa Sangaste Supujayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodha Abhijayate. Everyone? All right, Risika,
Yes, ma'am.
would you try this?
Yeah. Ma'am, can you say that once again?
All right.
I didn't hear
Dhyayato
you.
Visayan
There
Pusa.
was
Go ahead behind me. Okay, go ahead behind me.
Okay. Dhyayato Vishayam Pumsa
Sangaste Sapujayate.
Sangaste
Pujayate.
Sangaste
Su.
Sangaste Supuja Sangaste Supujayate
Pujayate. SU is a shoe, right? Sangat Sanjayate Kama.
Sangat Sanjayate Kama
Kamat Krodho Bijayate. Kamat
Kamat
Krodho
Krodho
Bijayate.
Vijayate.
Dhyayato visayan punsa
Dhyayato Vishayam
sangaste supujayate. I think your internet is giving up on you. Your connection is not working. Network is not there. Okay. Your voice is not coming, Ristika. Lipika?
Mataji, which shloka should I read?
Can you do 2.62 first?
Yeah. Wait a minute, ma'am. Which one? 60. Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Which one should I read?
Go ahead and do 2.62 first. Finish that. Yeah.
Okay. Dhyayato visayan pumsa sangaste supajayate sangat sanjayate kama kamat krodho bijayate.
Very good. Lipika?
Thank you, ma'am.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Yes, you're welcome. Is Lipika there? Yeah.
I'm here, Mataji. Which one should I read?
2.63. Do you know how to read that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Krodad bhavati samohat smriti vibrama smriti.
I'm sorry.
Your slide has gone. Okay. Okay, I'll start again. Krodad bhavati samohat smriti vibrama smriti brahmsad buddhi nasat pranashyati.
Okay, so Krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibhramaha smriti brahmasad buddhinasat pranashyati. Very good, Lipika. Hare Krishna. So and now let's go to 2.64. Swati. Let me read first and then you do, okay? Ragadvesa vimuktestu. Hold on just a second. 2.64. Ragadvesa vimuktestu. Vishayanindriyescharan. Atmavaishyer videyatma. Prasadam adhigachati.
Ragada Veshvido Shvi
Vimuktaiste.
Vish
Vimuktaiste.
Vimuktesti Vishyan
Shayan Indriya.
Charan Atmavashairvideyatma prasadam dikagachati.
Adhigachati.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And who is this? Gargi, do you know this sloka, Gargi?
Ma'am, can I try?
I can try.
Gargi is there?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes. 2.69. Yes.
My try. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato muni.
Hare Krishna. Very good.
Hare Krishna.
Arpan, would you like to try 2.69?
I'll try, but I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Yanisya sarvabhutanam tasyam
Jagarti.
Jagarti Samyan
Yes, yeah.
Nasya. Oh,
You are doing good.
Yanis
You are doing good. Yes.
Yan
Yes, Yam.
Yanisya Sarvabhutanam Tasyam
Jagarti.
Jagarti Sanyaman
Sanyami.
Samyami Yasam Jagrati Bhutani Sanisya Pasayoto Mune.
Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Krishna.
Gargi, Hare Krishna. Thank you, both of you. This is our end of the slide. And